Now, I have an interesting question for you regarding all that. Like, do you think Pulse bottoms before or after BTC/ETH? Do you think it's already bottom? Like, I'm curious what your thoughts are.
Yeah, it bottomed already. Now, no, wait. Let me
like relative to the other coins.
It's bottomed. It's bottomed.
Yeah.
Relative if Richard not gets in more trouble with the SEC.
Okay, bet.
No, I mean that's the thing.
No, yeah.
Like, it is true. You know, we if on November 20. This is November 28th, right? Is like the date supposedly, right? We find out a little more information. Maybe if the lawsuit gets thrown away, we pump in, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my God, right? If Richard comes back with a stream on a throne with the candles lit, candelabra lit.
Isn't that crazy?
I'm gonna be like, Mama, I made
that could do. Yeah,
bro. Oh my God, dude! Like, it's crazy? Like, bro, I'd be out here pimping, bro. Like, I'd be like,
are you worried about her location, player? You know she with me. Quit bothering us. It's purple.
It's purple.
There's no context.
No. Oh, it's just this big meme about like there's like all these Instagram sort of threads and stuff on like when you're out here slaying and stuff. So it's like there's like the Barney and he transfers into a pimp. There's like it's this whole thing on Instagram basically.
All right.
Yeah. It's purple. My people know what it is.
Yeah, they do.
Oh, gold. All
right, so PLS bottoms. Okay, it's dependent on Richard not getting in trouble anymore.
Yeah, that's the big day. But as long as he doesn't get in trouble, or it looks like because it's like the XRP is given the XRP winning that other case, kind of like at least the local the basically the founders of XRP are not going to get into any like jail time. It's thrown out at least. Okay. And there's already been stuff floating around that like they just want Richard to pay like $14 million.
Really?
Yeah. I mean,
where did that number come from?
I don't know. This is stuff I heard because usually the highest amount that like these projects get like kind of like hit on the wrist for is like $24 million. But I mean, from what I've heard, it's like $14 million. But I think they said they wanted Richard to not ever talk about crypto again on air.
Really?
Or something like that. Like
hell no.
Fuck that shit, right?
That's some like hush hush.
Yeah, it's basically like, all right, you get Pulse Chain gets to live on, but you gotta walk away. Maybe he goes on to like just he's reviewing keyboards like he's always dreamed about, doing keyboard reviews. He'd probably still get a ton of views doing that shit, like Richard doing keyboard reviews. That'd be really funny.
Just like throwing in like bullish crypto hints through like the keyboard reviews, just all encrypted.
Yeah, it's like there's like the you can do really cool things with like you can actually take all the buttons apart and put it back together, and it just like Bitcoins going to this thing on the keyboards, on the letters and stuff. Oh, gold. But if the lawsuit gets thrown away in November,
and if it doesn't,
it does. But it all depends on content. We want to see if it's like. We'll just see the next step of it. It's probably like, oh fuck, it won't really crash as bad. The only thing would be bad about it if it came out and it was like they went really hard against Richard. Then then we'd probably retest the lows again. But it seemed like basically the 33, 31, 32 zone is basically being heavily defended because that's basically the profitability of the top 10 wallets. Is what that's the whales are protecting that price for the Pulse Chain stackers. That's
the whales who haven't sold.
The whales haven't sold and stuff. And whales who did sell, there's whales who definitely sold at the higher prices and stuff, definitely.
I know,
but still, like, but the thing is like, there's if you look across the top, let's just say the top 40 wallets, right? No, that's a bit much. Maybe the top 30 wallets. There probably was investment groups that were in there, and we're probably trying to make sure that their investors stay in the green because they don't want to look bad. So maybe that's what's going on. I've heard Saudi money. I don't know.
Heard that too.
Yeah. Jordan, you seem a little high. I don't know.
Nah, bro, I'm tired. I stayed up to like 3 a.m. last night. I was like going through the punks like one by one. Like all 10,000. I went through all of them. I found Yeah, because there's we can touch on a little bit more FUD. Like some of them actually had layering errors.
Ooh,
So we're gonna airdrop all those guys who minted any punk with layering errors. We're gonna airdrop them a new punk plus refund them their full 1 million pulse. Make things right with them.
Got it.
So like, yeah, no, I'm just tired, dog. But it's all good.
But hey, man, dude,
either
way you're working hard. That's the important thing is that you're working hard, and that's the main thing most people understand. Like, hey, you're gonna make it right, and that's all that matters a lot of the time.
Yeah, just make it right, man. Like literally every single piece of FUD that has been flung in my direction, like it all has either very, very simple or very straightforward solutions. Like it's even with the you mind if I address one in particular, the way we handle sales on our marketplace?
Yeah, please go for it, man.
For sure. So the way we handle auctions is what led us to have a certain methodology in designing these smart contracts. So like with an auction, we wanted it to feel like you're like a real life auction where it's you have the auctioneer, the item, and the bidders. They're all kind of in one spot. Okay. And it's kind of a premier experience. Like think Sotheby's, you know, like if you're gonna sell something high quality, one of one, what NFTs claim to be, then you're gonna want like this premier experience. And you're not necessarily going to be trying to selling them everywhere like eBay, Amazon, etc. You're like usually it's one spot and you're there and people will agree that it's there because it's, you know, like a premier thing. And so the auctions were great with that methodology, but that kind of found its way into the sales, not realizing like a lot of the sellers right now are kind of mad because they're like, oh, if you list on Mintra for sale, it's there. And you can't list it anywhere else for sale. And as of now, that's true. It's a hard listing, right? And this throws some people off. So I'm like, okay, the solution to that would be list for sale. You have an advanced toggle and you can choose a soft listing or a hard listing. Hard listing is the way we have it. Soft listing would just be the way every other NFT marketplace does. Like if you want to, you know, list everywhere at the same time, you do a soft listing. It's just approval based instead of transfer based. And so it never actually leaves your wallet. So you can like virtually duplicate your NFT everywhere by listing it in a million places. Like that's cool too.
And that's the benefit of soft launching it because like, that way you can soft be listing, everywhere. You can be
a soft listing is like just approval based. But the downsides of soft listing are like think about if you list one item on eBay and Amazon, it gets sold on eBay. Amazon did an update. Someone wants to like go buy it. They're like, oh, this item's not for sale anymore. Sorry. So that's the downside, which is what we wanted to avoid and why we chose.
Actually, that's happened to me before when I bought NFTs. I never knew that was the reason. I just thought it was like lagging out or something.
No, it's because it's approval based, and someone could have like listed it for sale, given the contract approval, then just like transferred it out of the wallet immediately after, or like sold it elsewhere. And like, well, the NFT's not there. How are you going to buy it, even though it's listed for sale? And like, you could have like a really robust backend system listening for all of these events. Like, oh, that got transferred. Take it out the front end. It's not for sale anymore. Like that's cool too. And that's probably what's going to be needing to be done if we do introduce the soft listing under like a little advanced toggle of how you want to list. And that's cool too. Yeah, it would just be like one new contract, simple soft sell method. Just introduce it as a new feature. We wouldn't rehaul any other contract. We'd obviously audit it, test it, etc. And then all of those people would be happy. So it's I like giving users options, and I think I'm probably gonna post something on like on one of the accounts and get a vote on if people really want that, because it could be just like a very loud minority of people just kind of trying to throw FUD and not really caring about the feature, or it could be like people actually concerned. Sometimes it's hard to tell on social media, so like I think getting a vote would be good.
Yeah, you guys hit the damn like button, or Richard goes back to the keyboard reviews.